Chalu. Okay, now folks, I'm sure you all want to see the drone footage of Baladitya Raja's sangramma. Baladitya Raja sangramma. Baladitya Raja sangramma is Jethauna. Baladitya Raja sangramma is Jethauna. Now, Huen Tsang comes here like a guy called Baladitya Raja. He made a sangramma south of Harsingra Madan Gopal, and that is Simrauka. You can see the similarities in name, Sakraditya and Simrauka. Now, what do you call it? According to Huen Tsang, northwest of Simrauka was a sangramma which was made by Baladitya Raja. And now he doesn't give the sangramma's name, but he gives the meaning of the sangramma's name in a story. What happened was Baladitya Raja, he made this sangramma and he was so happy, so proud of that sangramma that he invited people from far and near, to kings and queens, to come and see it in its inauguration. So the invitation went as far as China. And what happened was, it went as far as China. A Chinese king couldn't come, but he sent three people, and they arrived late. Now these three arrived late and Baladitya Raja had already gone home. So what happens is, those three, they attend the inauguration late, they give their excuse and then they go back. In the meantime, people had rushed off to inform Baladitya Raja, and he came rushing to meet them so that he could look after them, make them homely. What do you call it? It was unique, you know. Everyone had been surprised that people from China had come. Everyone was surprised that people from China had come. So, anyway, the Baladitya Raja went rushing. And what happened was, those people had left. So Baladitya Raja became very sad. He was depressed because he couldn't look after them. He couldn't, give them the proper respect they were supposed to be given. So in that depression, he gives up all his kingship and all his property, and he becomes a recluse, and he becomes a member, a bhikshu in his own sangramma. Now in Nalanda, everyone got prestige according to his knowledge. Everyone got prestige according to his knowledge, and he was disgraced according to his knowledge. So what happened was, Baladitya Raja went to the lowest rung. He was the least respected bhikshu. Now this was something which pinched him, and he was complaining. See, this is, I've got the book in my hand. This is Huen Tsang CU Key Buddhist Records of the Western World. And this pinches him, and he complains to the authorities in, Nalanda. So they decide that in Baladitya Raja's sangramma, it wouldn't be prestige according to knowledge. It will be prestige according to age. Prestige according to age. And this sangramma was northeast of Simrauka. Northeast of Simrauka. So what happens is, Baladitya Raja is once more respected. Folks, northeast of Simrauka is Jethauna. Jethauna means eldest. So up here, this is the one where the eldest was the most highly respected. You got the respect according to age not according to your knowledge, folks. So this is Jethauna. Look, you can see around, what do you call it? It is nowadays populated by people of the Yadav, Kurmi and other backward castes. Yadav, Kurmi and other backward castes. So basically now I think you all are desperate to see the drone footage of Baladitya Raja's sangramma. So folks, I have told you the story. The name is there. It is northeast of Simrauka, just as Huen Tsang says. So folks, enjoy the drone footage of Jethauna, which was Baladitya Raja's sangramma. Baladitya Raja was a unique person because he had 3 sangrammas from his family. Baladitya Raja makes another sangramma, and what do you call it? His son also makes a sangramma west of Jethauna. His son Vihara makes a sangramma next to Jethauna. So folks, enjoy the video. Baladitya Raja Polo Tito succeeded to the empire. On the northeast side, he built a sangramma. The work being done, he called together an assembly for congratulations. He respected equally the obscure and the renowned, and invited common folk and men of all religion without distinction. 2 priests arrived. They were led them up the 3-storied pavilion. Then they asked them, saying, the king, when about to call the assembly, first asked them of all degrees, from what quarter do your reverences come so late? They said, we are from the country of China. Our teacher was sick. Having nourished him, we set out to accept the king's far-off invitation. This is the reason why we have arrived so late. Now Baladitya Raja was away when the Chinese came for his inauguration. So he rushes back. To make a long story short, he rushes back and realizes they have left. So he becomes a recluse. The assembly, hearing this, were filled with awe and knowing that they were holy persons, went himself to interrogate them. He mounted the pavilion, but he knew not where they had gone. The king then was affected by a profound faith. He gave up his country and became a recluse. Having done so, he placed himself as the lowest of the priests, but his heart was always uneasy and ill at ease. Formerly I was a king and the highest among the honorable, but now I have become a recluse. I am degraded to the bottom of the priesthood. Forthwith he went to the priests and said words to the above effect. On this the Sangha resolved that they who had not received the full orders should be classed according to their natural years of life, according to their age. This sangramma is the only one in which this law exists. Now, where was this sangramma? This was to the northwest, on the northeast side of Simrauka. On the northeast side was this sangramma. Let's see where it is. See, here is Simrauka. Here is Simrauka, and to the northeast. To the northeast is Jethauna. Jethauna means eldest. Eldest. So this is the sangramma where the eldest was given preference. So this is the sangramma where the eldest was given prestige according to his age and not according to his knowledge. And this is the only sangramma where this was the law, so that Baladitya Raja could be respected once again. Folks, check out the drone shot of this village. Thank you. Okay, now folks, I am going to show you a drone footage of Baladitya Raja's sangramma in Nalanda. That is Jethauna. The sangramma's name is Jethauna. Now why Jethauna? Because Jethauna means age, the eldest. We see Baladitya Raja, what happened was when he made this sangramma, he invited everyone in the inauguration. Some Chinese arrived late, and they arrived late, and everyone was surprised when the Chinese arrived. So people ran and told him, and he came hurried. He hurried up here to welcome them, but they had gone back. So he felt sorry that he couldn't look after them and show them the place. So he was so depressed, he becomes a bhikshu. He gives up all his kingship and all, and he becomes a bhikshu. But since he is uneducated, he becomes the lowest ranked bhikshu, which pinches him. So he complains to the authorities. See, folks, they look at the beauty of the beautiful area around this. And he complains to the authorities. So the authorities up here, they make it a rule in the entire 25 kilometers of sangrammas in Nalanda, 16 sangrammas. This is the only one where the prestige was got through age. Prestige was got through age and not through knowledge. In the other sangrammas, prestige was acquired through knowledge and not through age. And in Baladitya, in this sangramma's case, prestige was acquired through age. Whoever was the eldest was the most, was the most respected. So look at the beauty of this place. Next to it, this is Madargan Sangramma. Then next to that is Kochara Sangramma. And then next to that is Harsingra Madan Gopal. And next to that is Muhammadda. See, these places are all places where you study. And in Muhammadda, it was the place where they debated. You must have heard that there was debates for 24 hours in Nalanda. That is Muhammadda. And this is Jethauna, where the people, the older you were, the more, the more respect you got, no matter what your age was. This was so that, Baladitya Raja would get back his respect. And I'm sure after his death, a lot of other, elderly bhikshus who weren't educated, who had less education, they also got respect. So folks, this is your Jethauna. Jethauna means eldest. Jethauna means eldest, folks. And I am going back down to the, Gad of this drone. See, the entire village is on undulating mud mounds. You can see the mud mounds, and the entire village is on undulating mud mounds. And this is the famous sangramma. Most of the villages are Jadavs and Koiri Kushwaha caste, folks. So, what do you call it? Their ancestors will most probably be the ones with little knowledge but prestige due to age. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed the drone footage of Baladitya Raja's Sangramma, where you got prestige through age.